So in my second segment, I am continuing exercise 4.2 and question number 4. See, what is the question number 4 is, find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is 365. What is it? Two consecutive positive integers. So consecutive means the numbers which comes just one after another. For example, as you are in first standard, you will pass and you will move to second, from second to third. So that is what called consecutive. So how we'll write here? Let the first consecutive integer be x and the second consecutive integer be x plus 1. So this is what? The 2. Now it is sum of their square is 365. So we will write, since sum of whose square is 365 means sum of their square. So how will write here? Therefore x square plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to 365. Now let's expand the term now. It is x whole square plus x square plus 2x plus 1, that is equal to 365. Now then x square plus x square will be 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 is equal to 0. So what will I? Therefore 2x square plus 2x minus 364 is equal to 0. So I am taking 2 common here to make the equation very little bit clear. It is x minus 182 is equal to 0. Therefore take 2 here, it will become 0. So the equation is x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. Now 2 factors of minus 182 will be again 14 and 13. But here it is a plus sign. So larger number will be plus and smaller number will be minus. So what will write here? Therefore x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. So now we will take common here, x plus 14 and minus 13 and x plus 14 is equal to 0. So it is x minus 13 and x plus 14 is equal to 0. So therefore x minus 13 is equal to 0 or x plus 14 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 13, one positive value, and x is equal to minus 14, it is a negative value. So we have to ignore the negative value, we will go for the positive one. So therefore first integer is 13 and second integer is 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. So here is the two answers, 13 and 14. Okay, you can see the calculation here. So let's move to the next question, question number 5. लोग को कुछ काम धंधा नहीं हो गया. It is fifth one is, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. We are talking about a right angle triangle in which altitude is 7 cm less than base and the hypotenuse is 13 cm. Hypotenuse is given as what? 13 cm. So let's reconstruct it, making a diagram here. It is a right angle triangle and altitude is 7 cm less than base. So I don't know the value of base, so I will write here base. So altitude is 7 cm less, so I will write here x minus 7. and hypotenuse itself is given as 13. Okay, so how to make the equation now? We will write that let the base of right angle triangle be x. Okay, so altitude is what? 7 centimeter less than base. Altitude is 7 centimeter less than base, so altitude will be x minus 7 centimeter. Please write the unit also. Now hypotenuse is given here. Hypotenuse is given as 13 centimeter. So how to find the remaining sides when the variables are attached with it? So applying Pythagoras theorem, no need to write triangle ABC anything, just mention the value and directly applying Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? We know square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of its two adjacent sides. By this way at least you will come to know about Pythagoras theorem also. So it is 13 whole square is equal to altitude is what? X minus 7 whole square plus base is itself x square. So it is 169 is equal to x square minus 14x plus 49 plus x square. So here it is x square and x square is 2x square minus 14x plus 49. So write in standard form 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 is equal to 0. So I will write here 2x square minus 14x minus 120 is supposed to be, 120 is equal to 0. So take 2 common, it will be x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Take 2 here, 2 will become 0. So what I will write now? X square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now two factors of minus 60, it will be 12 and 5. So it is minus 60 and you can see the middle term is minus. So obviously we have to put here minus sign on the larger number and smaller number will be plus. So it will be x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. So again we have the two terms to take common, x minus 12 and plus 5, it is x minus 12 is equal to 0. So therefore the first equation is x plus 5 and x minus 12 is equal to 0. So I will write here, I am just writing here x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 12 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 5, so length is never a negative number, and here x is equal to 12. So we have to consider the positive value because length can never be negative. So therefore the base will be, base is equal to 12 and altitude will be 12 minus 7, it is equal to 5 centimeter. Clear? So by this way we have to construct the equation and solve the given equation. So it will be convenient for you that when you are making the diagram, okay, automatically you will come to know about the use of Pythagoras theorem and simple solution will lead you to the result. Till here, okay, I am showing you. Now one more last question is remaining for 4.2, question number 6. It is little bit a lengthy one in terms of statement. It is given that a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. Pottery articles means, you know, small like spoons and other things. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was, see, it is what is given, the cost of production. Cost means amount. Amount of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on the day, right? So if you are producing a single article, so a particular day, okay, whatever the cost of article, it is 3 more than twice. Okay, it is what? 3 more than twice. So we have to make the equation now. how to make the equation. That is, if the total cost of production on the day was rupees 90, means on that day when the cost of production of article is 3 more than twice the number of articles, okay, the cottage industry is earning 90 rupees, okay, for the total cost. So what you have to find? You have to find the number of articles produced and cost of each article. Number of articles and cost of each article. So let's make the equation now. It will become more clear. So what we will write here? Number of articles produced. Let number of articles produced be X and cost of production of each article. Here we have to think about it. Cost of production of each article. See, it is saying that 3 more than twice of the article. 3 more than, so I am adding here plus 3 more than 3 more than twice the article. Clear? That's all. 3 more than twice the article. So it is what? The second one. And total cost of production is rupees 90. It means that when I will multiply x into 2x plus 3, it is equal to 90. Therefore 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. This is our what? Quadratic equation. Minus 180 will be 2 factors, and we have to find out the factors of minus 180. I think it is 15 and 12. Okay, larger number plus smaller will be minus. So therefore 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 is equal to 0. Okay, so what I will take common here? I will take common here x. So it is 2x plus 15, and here I will take common 6. So it is 2x plus 15. Since I have taken minus common, so it is x minus 6, 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. Therefore I will get x minus 6 is equal to 0, or 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. So therefore x is equal to 6, or 2x is equal to minus 15, or x is equal to minus 15 by 2 is not possible. So I am not going to take this value. X is equal to 6. So what is x is equal to 6? It is what? Number of articles. Okay, produced is equal to 6. Okay, and the cost will be 2 into 6 plus 3. So it is what? 12 plus 3, that is equal to 15 rupees. Okay, so by this way I have solved you the equations, and then I will give you some equations homework also. That is all the examples before 4.2 and after 4.1. What are the examples of given for factorization? Okay, and words problem along with exercise you have to do as an assignment. In my next segment I will start exercise 4.3. Okay.